reply to anything that I've missed. I'll make sure I'll reply to everything. All right, so yes, we are live on YouTube. Thank you guys for tuning in on TikTok, YouTube, Facebook, Instagram. I don't have a second phone today, so we're not gonna be on Instagram today. All right, so let's just jump right into the Q&As. Yeah, I'll go back and kind of answer all the questions. Don't you guys worry. Can you create a Facebook audience-based page like? Yes, absolutely. There are two things you can do. One, you can target your own likes, and then also you can also create an audience of people who are engaged likes. So imagine if you have 100,000 likes or followers on your page, but only 20,000 engage with you on consistent basis. You can create that audience. So the answer to that is yes. Should I make a new Facebook ad account if it's blocked? The first thing I would do is actually see if you can get it back. I'm gonna show you some. I don't know if you're watching on my YouTube or not, but I have a video because my ad account several times and several different ad accounts, they got back. So I have a video. I think if you search for Facebook ad account disabled or ad account disabled, you're gonna see, so here like 2 or 3 videos on my, let me resize this so you can watch. So on my YouTube right here, so these are the 2 videos that you want to watch because there's a good chance that you can talk to Facebook and get your account back. So that's the first thing I would say. See if you can contact Facebook's team and get your blocked account back. If not, then you have to create a new one. And if you're creating a new account, I would use a brand new email, brand new credit card, and like a different URL that you wanna promote. So what are the questions we need to ask when creating a marketing plan? Ooh, very good one. So the question we need to ask is, let's draw this. So I don't know if you're on my YouTube. If not, there are 4 questions I ask myself when I'm creating a marketing plan. The first one is, so it's kind of, you can do this on a whiteboard like this. You can do this on a sheet of paper. You can do this on Excel. The first question is, what is your business or product about, right? So go into detail. And the second one is who, meaning who is it for? Very, very specifically your target audience. Is it for male or female, age range, demographic, where do they live, everything. And the third one is you want to talk about where, which means where are these people right now on social media, and be very, very specific. Talk about not just, it's not enough to say, hey, my people, my target audience on Instagram or Facebook. You want to be more specific. For example, if I'm targeting my program or my product is for teenagers, so I know they're on Instagram, right? But we want to be specific and say you want to they are on Facebook on this account, on the account of, let's say, your competition or your maybe different schools, because then you're able to target them specifically. So that's what you want to answer there. And then the last question you want to answer is how. So what is your business about is question 1. Question number 2 is who is your target audience specifically? And question 3 is where are those people? And then question number 4 is how are you gonna get in front of them? So those are the 4 sort of questions you want to ask. I think I do have like detailed video on this process on my YouTube as well to create like marketing plans. So you can check those out as well. But be very, 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 very specific. When I create this plan, I want to be, hey, where's my audience? Let's say I'm targeting business owners in Dallas. I'll say, hey, my target audience is on Facebook in this Facebook group, because once I know exactly where they are, I can target them organically with content or with ads, because it's not enough to say, oh, my target audience is on Google or Facebook or YouTube or LinkedIn. That's not specific enough. So I hope that answers the question. So voice issue on YouTube. Oh my God, that's crazy. let me know if it's still an issue. YouTube, yeah, for some reason, it's always been like a challenge for me. I need to just get like a USB mic. All right, so I think I missed some questions. I'm gonna go back up there. Any similar apps to TikTok? TikTok is the one I like and love. I think there are a lot of similar apps. Rizzle is a similar app. Instagram Reels is gonna be similar, but for content creation, TikTok is my like go-to. All right, so we got a question from Johnny. I installed my Facebook pixel into my WordPress website. It's working. Can I install the same pixel code into another WordPress website? Johnny. So the answer is yes. But here's something I would kind of keep in mind. If two websites have the similar audience, so maybe let's say I'm selling, product one on website one to moms, and then product two to website, to moms, all different product, then I think it's fine to have the same picture on two different websites. But if the websites are targeting completely different audience, I think that's not, then you may want to create two different ad accounts, two different pixels. If the audience is similar, we have done that a lot. Sometimes we create multiple like landing pages for our clients, but they're always targeting similar audience. So we would install a pixel on different landing pages and their main website. So I think you can install the same pixels on different websites as long as the audience is the same or similar that you're targeting from those websites. All right, so great question here. So if I post the Rubik Cubes video and have posted over 200 videos on TikTok, but still have not been that good, what should I do? Well, maybe it's kind of like harsh, but whenever I'm not getting views on TikTok, the biggest thing is my content, because people are not really like into my content. So maybe you want to change the way you're creating content completely. Change your strategy. If you search on TikTok for like some of your hashtag, maybe cube and cube demos or Rubik cubes, and I think there probably are a lot of content. And if you see other videos and they have a lot of views, that tells me that there are people that your audience is there on TikTok, right? So we just have to figure out how to create content from different angle, different perspective, so we can get in front of them. So if I have posted 200 videos and I'm not getting traction, I would change the way I'm creating content. That just clearly tells me either I'm not, kind of like following the rules of the platform. So as far as maybe I'm not using the right hashtags, or the other thing, it could be my content is not good, right? So I have to change or get up my game when it comes to creating content. One other thing is interesting when it comes to TikTok. So yeah, it's about creating good content as well, but also you have to like what type of content you are consuming on TikTok. That's also huge, because let's say if I'm creating business content, but I'm just consuming all the entertaining and the food and the travel content, and the TikTok is going to be confused, because they're going to be like, this account, they're not going to be able to tell what my niche is. So that's another thing you want to ask yourself. From that account, are you watching other cube videos? If not, then that could also make a difference. So engage with, or in other words, from your account. So posting content is just one thing. The other thing is you also want to engage and spend a lot of time on engagement, comments, likes, shares, and even like DMs to your target audience. So that's what I would kind of, let's say. Johnny, you're welcome, brother. All right, let's see. I'll definitely check your channel. Absolutely. So the link to my channel is, if you're watching on TikTok or Facebook groups, you can just, I'll leave a link here. But on TikTok, I have a link in my bio. So if you go to my bio, there's a link to my YouTube channel, so you can check it out. There's a lot of content produced on my YouTube about marketing hacks, experiments, tools, tactics. Yesterday's video is doing really, really well. It's this video right here. Someone asked me, like, what's a quick, something really simple I did on Instagram that made a huge difference. And for me, it was like changing my bio and putting like a keyword that people are searching for. Because what happened was, when people were searching for like Dallas social media were finding my account and then sending me DMs. All right, so Johnny, question two, if I boost my post so more people watch my videos on Facebook, does the playthrough count towards my 3,000 minutes of a watch time? Ooh, that's a great question. And unfortunately, I don't know the answer. My gut feel and like 90% sort of sure, I think it does, because the 3,000, no, 30,000 minutes of watch time requirement to get monetized, that doesn't say it from organic or paid. So I want to say yes, but I'm not like 100% sure. So you may want to Google it and see if there's any other sort of answer. If not, what I would do is just create an ad, spend like $2 and look at the page data and see if that number has gone up. That would clearly tell me that the paid watch time is contributing towards those 30,000 minutes. Great question. I have all your videos in my phone and I will check them from time. Thank you. Do 20% learning, 80% testing? Yes, that's huge. Don't spend all the time on learning stuff. Do, because when we do, that's when we learn. Hey guys, what you guys watching on TikTok? A quick favor to ask you. Click on the share and share this live stream with your Twitter or WhatsApp or other places, so we can have more people come in and join the party. And then, yeah, if you want to hop on to my YouTube, the link is in the bio. You guys can definitely check it out. See some familiar faces. That's awesome. Thank you for all of your guidance. You are welcome. What's the best place pay ads other than Facebook ads? So great question. So Instagram is great for paid ads, and I think more than what's a good place to place ad, I think the question you should ask is, where is my audience? Because if it's a B2B business, then LinkedIn is a great place to place ads. If it's a B2C business, then Instagram and Facebook are great, and now TikTok is gonna be, because TikTok has launched the ads platform. So the real question I would ask is not just hey, what's the best place to place ads, but where is my audience that I want to reach, and then that's where you want to go and create ads. Because there's no point if I tell you, hey, TikTok ads are cheap, go use TikTok ads. But if your audience is not there, then it's kind of useless, right? Because then no one gonna purchase or buy your product. So it's not about the platform. So apps similar to TikTok, so I think we talked about Rizzle is one, Instagram Reels. I think there are some other ones as well, but I don't know. I haven't seen paid. There's actually a lot of apps that are, because TikTok got kind of the India issue. A lot of other apps that came out, but I haven't used any. Rizzle is the only one that I downloaded and kind of play with it. And Instagram Reels is the one I'm actually gonna use when I do get it. But here's I would just Google search TikTok alternatives and look at this. So many apps. So there's Twiller, there's Dub Smash, Chingari, Tron, Funimate. So there's many alternatives if you were looking for. I just haven't used any. The thing is, I still have access to TikTok, so that's awesome. Hopefully, we will always do. Hey, thank you for sharing the live video. I think my audience is on YouTube because I'm focused on keto diet. Then that's where I would go. If you want to go where your audience is, and create content there. And for example, if I'm creating content and my audience is someone in keto, LinkedIn may not be the first place I would look at, right? So I would probably look at Instagram, YouTube, and even maybe TikTok to some extent. Great question, guys. Is there way to scrape emails from our groups in Facebook? Yes, there is. Oh my God, that's such a good question. So there was a tool I used to use. I don't use that tool anymore. I don't have access to it. But if you find a Facebook, that's actually one of the growth hacks we've used. Uh, if we were targeting like a clients, we would go scrape emails from like a Facebook group and very, very relevant emails, and then upload that to Facebook as custom audience, and then advertise, run like Facebook ads. So there's a tool called Scrapbook, I believe. Um, let's see. No, that's not it. Yeah, so scrapbook.net. It is a paid tool. Yeah, this right here, and it's a private tool. I don't have access to it right now, but I think if you send them a message, you can get access. But this tool allows you to scrape email from Facebook groups. It's very powerful. There was one other tool that this one I used that I really liked. It was another tool that you can use. I can't remember the name of it. I didn't use that tool. But yeah, that could be really interesting strategy, that you scrape emails from Facebook. And by the way, you're not doing anything wrong, because it's all public data. A lot of people on Facebook, they have their email public, so you can scrape that email using some of these tools. But obviously, you have to make sure you use it the right way, right? Don't just like spam them, because they might block you. So what you want to do is maybe create some sort of interesting multi-touch strategy to use that email. So it's two things, right? Step one is to get the emails using those tools, and step two, which is more important, is to design a strategy to market to them, right? So that's very, very important. Great question, and thank you for sharing the live. Some of you guys watching on YouTube, how is the audio any better now? Let me know, because I know someone mentioned earlier the audio was kind of like an issue. Hopefully it's better now. If not, just let me know in the comments. And let me see if any other questions, if I missed anything. All right, someone asked a question about my target audience is kids age 10 to 17. What's the best way to contact them, except email, or better to target their parents? The question you want to ask yourself is, whatever product you want to sell to them, are they paying for it, or are parents paying for it? So that's the question you want to ask. One example I can think of, so we had a company, a client, and they were selling like tutoring services, right? So the tutoring services for kids, right, from from the grade 1 to like all the way to high schools, right? So the service was for kids, but mom was paying it. So the actual target audience was mom, then not the kids age 10 to like 19 in that case. So I think, to answer your question, that's a question I would ask. The product, the service that you want to sell, who is the decision maker and who's going to pay? If it's the kid that's going to spend the credit card, then you want to target them. If it's the mom, then your target audience, the actual target audience, is moms. Great question. And guys, if I missed any question, just let me know. Just put that question back in there, and I'll make sure I'll answer that. How do you overcome when your audience how did you overcome when your audience only buy with a promo? I don't know what you mean, man. Oh, you mean your audience? Well, if your audience only buys with a promo, it just means that there's not enough value there, right? It's just as simple as that, right? Because if I have an audience and they're only looking for discounts, well, then there are two options, right? Either give them discounted products, or go find a premium and another audience, right? So, for example, people who go to Groupon, a lot of times they don't really like shop anywhere else, because they're looking for their savings, and that's discounts. So those are the two options: either change your offer and you always them discount, or go find build or find another audience, premium audience. Those are the only two options. I know you run an agency, but are there any particular question I should ask them to know they're legit? Johnny, are you talking about agency owners? Like, do you want to know if the agency is legit or not? Do you do one-on-one consulting? How much? Very rarely I do one-on-one consulting. If I have time, uh, once blue moon. If you're like interested in that, just send me a DM and we can chat and talk about that. Like the products, but they always ask, is there a new promo we can buy again? Well, so that tells me we have trained the audience to always look for a promo, right? So if that's the case, that, like I said, then either change the audience or give them a promo. That's the only way you can kind of do business with them. So I know you run an agency, but are there any particular questions I should ask them to know? So for agencies, I think the biggest thing I look for is, so you can ask them questions for sure, but what happens is most of the agency owners, I mean, we know what to say, right? So we know what to, any question the client asks, like we know how to answer it and sort of like impress them. I think the biggest thing that I would look for if I'm looking for an agency is how much time they spend talking about themselves and how much time they spend trying to understand my business in our like meeting. So if they're all talking about, hey, we have awesome client base and we've done this. So they're all like about them and their case studies. Versus if they're asking me questions about my business, hey, how are you getting existing customers, and what's your workflow, and what's your retention, and what's your biggest source of leads right now, and or have you tried this? So if they're if they're asking me question about my business, and also if they are very transparent about not the result but the process, because most of the people will be like, hey, we sold $1 million worth of XYZ, we did this. So those are the two things I kind of like look for when I'm like talking to agency or anyone. One, they are not just talking about their stuff, they're asking me questions about my stuff, they're focused on me. And two, they don't just talk about their results, they are also telling me their process, because you want to work with someone who's very, very transparent about, hey, here's how I did this. So for example, if someone asks me, hey, Ali, how do you generate leads for Facebook, for local business? And I say, hey, we run Facebook ads. Well, that's great, but that's not like specific enough. And if I tell you, we run, Facebook ads and we use, messenger ads, and we have them craft an offer, and then we run it and we target 5 mile radius or target lookalike of their email. Now I'm like telling you the process. So I think that's how I like differentiate when I'm telling, from between agencies. They ask me questions about my business because they're trying to understand my business. That's one signal, good sign. And the other is they don't just talk about the results, they also talk about the process, like how they got that result. Sometimes you'll ask someone a question and they'll be like, oh, this, we have like a proprietary process, we can't really like tell you. To me, that's a no sign. That's what like I would like stay away from that. Hope that answers your question, Johnny. All right, so I come from blogging world. Is it a bad idea to stop writing posts but focus on YouTube, Instagram, and TikTok? No, I don't think it's a bad idea. But the is a lot of people think blog is dead. I don't think so. I think it's really like, what do you like doing? What do you enjoy? What do you like doing? What are you passionate about? If it's blogging, then go blog. If it's making TikToks, then go make TikToks, right? Because you can find examples of there are people who are really good YouTubers and doing well. There are people who are really good TikTokers and doing well. There are people who are blogging and doing well. So blogging is not dead. But the real question is up to you. What are you most excited about? What are you more passionate about? What can you do, nonstop? And then, or what comes natural to you? So those are questions I would ask and then focus on, focus on that. Thank you so much for the tips. Hey, you are welcome. Thanks for tuning in. Great question. Like in my case, for example, going back to the blogging thing, like blogging is not like natural for me, right? Writing. So for me, the natural is, the short video TikTok, or the videos on YouTube. So this is what I do. I don't focus on blog. Yeah, I can hire or use my team and outsource. So that's an option. But primarily the way I create content is video first, a short video first. I came from TikTok. Hey, Murad, thank you. Let me know if you have any question that I can answer. Thank you for coming over to YouTube. Awesome questions, guys. Hopefully that was helpful. A lot of people these days, I think they're looking to start like e-commerce business, like Shopify store. I think that's a really good idea. But do make sure the product that you select, the shipping issues, right? Because if I select a Shopify product and it's gonna ship from China, you know, with the current situation, um, that's not a good strategy, right? So that's one thing. And the two, also do think about, if you launch a Shopify store, do think about like how are you going to drive traffic? Facebook ads is really good way to drive traffic to a Shopify store. So either you have to be good at Facebook ads or learn it, or maybe you can hire or outsource it. So I think all those options are really good, but do make sure, because I see a lot of people try to create Shopify stores and they create the store and then they're like, hey, how do we drive traffic? How do we make sales? Well, you got to think about that from day one. You already answered a ton of money. That's awesome. One of the best channels and videos on TikTok. Thank you, Rod. Thank you so much for the kind comments. I'm making online courses for drawing. Ooh, personally, I love the online course space. I do have like a ton of online courses myself. I think everyone these days, I tell people that's one of the things, whoever I talk to, like startups or business, I tell them to create a course. And not just to make money. I think when you create a course, it expands your audience. And it's kind of like, why do we create free content on TikTok or YouTube? So that we connect with people, we help them, we build a know, like, and trust factor with them, right? Same thing with courses. So don't treat your course just to make money. Well, they do make good money, online courses, but your course will also help you engage and go deep with your student base. So I love the idea of creating online courses. How do I get engagement with students? So, the make it easy for them. One of the things I like to do is when I'm creating a course, I put something, I call these like engagement points. So sometimes I might, in the beginning of the course, I might tell them, hey, this course is about, Facebook, but, send me an email or leave a message or comment and let me know what your Facebook page is, or let me know what your like Instagram account is, if it's Instagram account. So ask them questions that they can easily answer. So that's a way of, you can create engagement. The other thing is, obviously, you want to, at different points in your course, you want to ask them or give them an opportunity to ask questions, because that's a way to build engagement as well. For example, if I have a course about Facebook ads, I might say, hey guys, thank you for watching this video about Facebook conversion ads. And now if you have any question about the Facebook pixel, what we covered in this lecture, reach out to me. So use that on like multiple. If I have like 10 lectures in a course, I'm probably gonna have like 3 or 4 engagement points, and these are points where I'm inviting people to ask me questions, or my students. What's the best way to learn Facebook marketing for free? YouTube, free courses on Udemy. There are tons and tons of free courses on Skillshare. That's what I would do. And I think now is the really good time to learn. Someone was asking me the other day, is this a good time to learn social media marketing or start like an agency? I think the answer is yes, Facebook marketing, because a lot of businesses they're confused because the social media landscape is changing so much. There's so many new tools, tactics, and things. So business owners, they need help from people like me and people like you. So I think yeah, and this is how, for example, I went to udemy.com, search for Facebook marketing, and so you're looking for free courses. So I'll come here and set it to free, and like 700 courses. Oh my god, it's like tons of courses for free. And I know a lot of these are good courses too. So that's what I would do if you want to learn Facebook marketing for free. I would go to Udemy or watch free videos on YouTube. Actually, my YouTube channel also has tons of free videos or resources about Facebook marketing. So that's another resource for you. I need to learn e-commerce and info, please. Same thing. If you want to learn e-commerce, I would go to, and you said, you want to learn it. So I would go to Udemy and search for e-commerce, and let's see what comes up. And I'm sure that we have tons and tons of courses. Yeah, look at this. 2,000 courses. Oh my God, that's like too much. But you can obviously kind of let's say go specific. Let's say you only want to learn about e-commerce on Shopify. So you can just click on that. Maybe WooCommerce, so you can go deep on that. PHP, Magento. So that's the thing, there's so much information that, we have available to us. But one thing I always say, 80-20. So spend 20% of your time learning Facebook marketing or e-commerce, guys. Spend 80% of your time actually doing it. So for example, Zaki, if you want to learn Shopify, so I'll go inside Shopify, take one of these courses. But the most important thing will be, don't just take the course. Only take the course when you're also implementing it. So, because the actual learning happens not when you consume the course, it's when you do it. So don't forget that. All right, if people can learn free on YouTube, why would people still buy courses? So great question. The reason it's kind of the same thing. We can learn everything from Google by searching. Why do people buy books? Right. So the reason people buy courses is because they're looking for organization. So for example, you can go and search videos about Facebook ads and pixel setup and different type of ads, and I'm sure all the videos are there. Something happened. I'm back now. But the reason people buy courses is because the information is structured. Information is organized, and also you get access to the instructor and also the community. So you can, some says, spend a lot of time finding the information, but it's not going to be organized on Google and YouTube. Or you can pay for the course and get access to the instructor, the community, and everything is organized, and you can easily go from point A to point B. So that's why people still invest in courses. Upwork, or how should we find freelancers? Yeah, Upwork, Fiverr. I also use Facebook groups if you are if you're looking for to hire like freelancer. Can you type your YouTube channel? So my YouTube channel is my name. So if you search for youtube.com/my name Ali Mirza, you will be able to find my channel. And also the link is, maybe after the live, you can go to the link in my bio, and when you click on it, you'll just go to my YouTube channel. And yeah, there's a ton of my YouTube channel is all about let me see. It's all about like marketing tools, tactics, hacks, experiments. And then a lot of time, if you have a question for me, leave that question in a comment, because what I do is I take those comments and answer in like video format if I can answer. So that's another option. Great question. That's awesome. Murad said yes, 2 on YouTube. Amazing. And then yeah, everything on YouTube is organized in playlists. So if you look at like my YouTube channel right here, so if you look here, so here are all the Instagram marketing videos, right? So you can look at those. Here are all the Instagram stories videos. and then TikTok marketing videos, and then Facebook and Facebook ads, and then work from home because we've been working stuck at home or working from home these days. So it's been crazy times. So everything's sort of, I do try to organize everything on my YouTube channel. So I think once you go there, you'll be able to find all the information, all the videos like organized in like different playlists, so you can easily like find it. My Instagram, does Pinterest ads did not convert for clothing, or I did something wrong? No, Pinterest ads are great for fashion and clothing brands. So they do convert a lot of both Pinterest ads and also do keep in mind Instagram. I think if for fashion brands and clothing brands, Pinterest and Instagram are going to be huge. So yeah, they do. I've seen a lot of like Pinterest ads converting on for clothing. So yeah, maybe there's a the offer. There's something off for the offer, or maybe the targeting was off, or maybe the creative or the video. So there's a lot of things that could potentially because of that you didn't see them convert well, or even maybe the landing page too. There are a lot of different factors that play into it. But Pinterest ads, they do work for clothing brand and fashion brands, and I think they've worked really well, actually, in my opinion. Someone asked about my Instagram. So my Instagram handle is my name. From TikTok, you'll be able to find it's linked in my bio. But here it is at Ali Mirza 2K. That's my Instagram. And if you're on Instagram, definitely go follow me. What's my Instagram strategy? So it's very simple these days. I've done a lot of different things on my Instagram in the past. A lot of different type of content. So let me scroll down. I want to show you. So I used to post these different graphs and my like, lifestyle images and my interviews. And I used to test like different themes. So look right here. So it's like a graph and a educational content theme and all the gray themes. So there's a lot of different things. Now it's very simple. Now on Instagram, I mostly use it to answer questions. So when my students or you guys have questions in the DMs, you guys send me questions or in the comments, so it's more like a educational channel now, and I try to pick something specific and answer that with my Instagram video. And by the way, it's the same strategy that I have for my TikTok. So my TikTok, Instagram, and also YouTube strategy is very simple. I try to answer questions that I can answer, because my goal really is with my social media content is to help you guys take that next step. So if someone is stuck with Facebook ads or Instagram growth or maybe TikTok, so with my content, I want to give like one next step. So you're able to, like, sometimes people are not sure what type of hashtag they should use on Instagram. So I want to give them or kind of enable them to take that one next step so they can continue making progress and building momentum for your business and for their social media growth. So that's like the real purpose behind my social media content. That's why my strategy, answer questions and as many as possible. Great question. All right, guys, I do have to hop off. Thank you so much for tuning in today. So we're gonna sign off YouTube. Thank you guys for tuning in. We'll be back with another live. So get your questions ready. We'll have lots of fun. We'll talk about social media and any other Q&As, questions you guys have for me tomorrow. Stay safe. Bye for now on YouTube.